Stop everything you're doing right now, because what you're about to discover will completely change your view on manifestation. And no, it's not another magic formula or an empty promise. It's the exact opposite of what you've been taught until today. You've been conditioned to believe you must work harder, repeat endless affirmations, visualize for hours, control every detail. But what if I told you that precisely these things are blocking your desires? In this video, you will learn the secret that transformed the lives of ordinary people, the art of letting go of control and allowing the universe to do the heavy lifting. And it all starts with a simple choice. Stop fighting the flow and align yourself with it. Trust me, it's easier than it seems. Now tell me in the comments, I trust in the universe's perfect timing. Let this statement vibrate in the field and begin now to create the reality that is already yours by right. Jacobo Grinberg was one of the greatest researchers of the human mind, a scientist who dared to cross the boundaries of known reality. While most study the brain as a biological machine, Grinberg delved into the depths of consciousness and discovered something surprising. The world we perceive isn't fixed, but rather a projection shaped by our mental patterns. This means that what you experience, feel, and attract doesn't depend solely on what you do, but primarily on what you vibrate. He studied spiritual traditions, investigated the neuronal field, an invisible matrix that interacts with our perception, and concluded that what we call reality is malleable. Grinberg showed us that true manifestation doesn't come from exhausting effort, but from how we align internally with what we desire. And here's the central point of this video. Ease is not the enemy of manifestation. It is its most direct channel. The more you try to control, the more you signal to the universe that you don't trust it. But when you let go, you allow cosmic intelligence to act. What you're about to learn is based on this applied spiritual science. And yes, it works. Have you ever wondered why, despite dedicating so much effort, things still don't flow? You visualize, repeat affirmations, think positively, but still feel your desires are far away. That's the invisible mistake preventing manifestation from materializing. And it lies in overexertion. Most people believe that the more they push, the faster they'll achieve their goals. But energetically, that creates a blockage. Every time you try to control how, when, and where something will happen, you send the universe the message that you don't trust. And the vibration of distrust is exactly the opposite of the manifestation frequency. When you try to manifest from fear, anxiety, or urgency, you're vibrating scarcity. And since the universe responds to vibration, you receive more scarcity, more waiting, more frustration. Imagine you're trying to attract a romantic relationship. You visualize, sign up on dating apps, read books, prepare yourself, but it all comes with an internal pressure, an emotional charge, a feeling of, why hasn't it happened yet? That emotional weight creates resistance that stops exactly what you desire from approaching. Jacobo Grinberg explained that the reality we live in is a direct reflection of our perceptual structures. This means the external world shapes itself to match our internal vibration. If you vibrate lack, the neuronal field organizes reality to reflect lack. And the subtle truth is that this happens even when your intentions are positive. If behind them lie tension, fear, or doubt, that's what will manifest. The solution isn't to stop wanting, but to change how you relate to desire. Instead of acting like someone chasing something distant, you need to act like someone who knows what they want is already on its way. This certainty completely shifts the vibrational field around you. It lifts the burden, dissolves anxiety, breaks the scarcity cycle, and opens space for the natural flow of manifestation. This shift in attitude doesn't demand physical effort, but a deep internal adjustment, letting go of control and trusting. And that isn't complacency, it's aligning with life's intelligence. Just as seasons change effortlessly and rivers follow their course naturally, your desires can come to you without struggle. But to achieve that, you must exit the frequency of pressure and enter the frequency of trust. This is the first step to activate the power of true manifestation. And in the next topic, we'll understand why ease is, in fact, the language the universe understands best. Nature forces nothing. Water doesn't fight to flow down the mountain, it simply flows. Flowers don't struggle to bloom, they just open at the right time. Birds don't calculate to fly, they follow instinct. And this natural intelligence that governs everything also governs your life. When you understand this, you realize that ease isn't laziness. It's alignment with the universe's way of working. The greatest mistake is thinking that if something is easy, it must lack value. We've been taught to believe things only count if they're earned with sweat, sacrifice, and pain. This mindset has created a generation of exhausted, anxious, and frustrated manifestors. But the truth is different. The more aligned you are, the lighter everything becomes. Because where there's alignment, there's flow. Jacobo Grinberg spoke of the neuronal field as an energetic fabric shaped by consciousness. When your mind is tense, this field contracts and limits possibilities. But when you relax, let go, and trust, the field expands and allows new realities to manifest with ease. It's as if the universe is just waiting for you to step aside to deliver what's already prepared. To hand over isn't to give up. It's to trust. It's to say, I've done my part. Now I let life take care of the details. When you hand over, you exit resistance and enter reception. And in this state, what needs to arrive does arrive. Many people confuse action with effort. But true manifesting action stems from an internal call, a spontaneous impulse, not from the need to control. Ease is proof you're on the right path. When something begins to flow, when coincidences occur, when answers appear without forcing them, the universe is saying, keep going. And when things start to stall, feel heavy, or demand more than is natural, maybe it's time to let go. Because excessive effort doesn't speed up results, it only creates disconnection. Now think of something you desire. Imagine if that desire could fulfill itself without struggle. How would it be? How would you feel? That emotion is key, because by feeling that lightness now, you vibrationally align with the reality where it's already true. And the universe, which responds to your vibration, begins to reorganize everything to bring it to you. Letting go, trusting, allowing, these are powerful attitudes. They tell the universe, I know I'm worthy. I know it's on its way. I open myself to receive with ease. And in the next topic, we'll give practical shape to all this with a simple yet powerful three-step technique that can transform how you manifest your desires. Manifesting doesn't need to be complex. In fact, the simpler your process, the more efficient it becomes. That happens because the universe doesn't respond to complexity, but to vibrational clarity. And that's why the three-step technique you're about to learn can completely change how you co-create reality. It's based on three verbs: intend, release, and follow. The first step is clear intention. Everything starts with knowing exactly what you want. It seems obvious, but many people desire vague things like, I want to be happy, or I want more money. The universe responds better to specific instructions. To intend is to declare firmly what you want, as if it's already on its way. Write it down, visualize it, imagine the details. Feel what it would be like to have it now. But do this only once, like making a confident request. It's not obsessive repetition, it's a vibrational decision. The second step is release control. This is the most challenging for most. After declaring your desire, the biggest mistake is to try to control when, how, or from where it will come. That control creates anxiety, which sends a message of doubt to the universe. When you order something online, you don't refresh the tracking page every second. You trust it will arrive. Manifestation works the same way. The secret is release with confidence, knowing the universe has infinite ways to deliver what you asked for, often by paths you could never imagine. The third step is follow the signs, also called universe nudges. When you enter the flow, you begin to notice subtle intuitions, coincidences, unexpected invitations, sudden ideas. These are clues, and here's the secret. The right actions don't feel forced, they flow. You feel enthusiasm, lightness, a spontaneous urge to act. That is the universe guiding you. What feels heavy, forced, or resistant usually comes from the ego trying to control. What flows comes from alignment. Jacobo Grinberg said that the field of reality responds to our internal state. When you intend clearly, release with faith, and act with ease, the field responds by organizing the pieces. And the less you interfere with doubt or haste, the faster everything manifests. The three-step technique is not theory, it's daily practice. Intend once with conviction, release with confidence, and watch mindfully the signs that appear. This simplicity isn't superficial. It's precisely what allows the universe to work on your behalf with efficiency and perfection. And in the next topic, we'll delve into the most powerful vibration of all, the already mine vibration, the mental state that dissolves time and brings your desires directly into the now. There is an immense energetic difference between wanting something and knowing it's already yours. Most people desire the achievement of a dream, as if watching something distant, unattainable, almost as if waiting for permission to receive it. But the most powerful vibration you can emit isn't desire, it's certainty. It's when, within you, something shifts and says, "It's already mine. I'm just waiting for the right moment to see it materialize." When you enter this state, the universe has no choice but to mirror this vibration back. It's like a quantum mirror. It doesn't respond to what you want, but to what you believe you already possess. And here's the secret. It's not about lying to yourself, but about vibrational alignment with the reality you wish to experience. Grinberg teaches us that the neuronal field can't distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined. This means that by vividly visualizing something, feeling as if you're already living it, your mind begins to reconfigure perception and the field begins to reorganize external reality to reflect this new frequency. Have you noticed how some people simply have a magnetic presence? They don't ask for opportunities, they attract them. They don't force relationships, they enchant. They don't chase money. They become the kind of person to whom money naturally flows. This energy comes from the internal identity these people assume, that of someone who already is, already has, already lives. You can practice this now. Close your eyes and imagine what you want has already happened. Feel the relief, joy, and calmness of having arrived there. How would you breathe, walk, speak? How would you act in the face of challenges? Your body doesn't know this is imagination. It reacts as if it were real. And this reaction sends a new frequency to the field that organizes your reality. The key is to maintain this state, not in a tense or forced way, but as a daily reminder, I am the person living this reality. It's not about waiting to be happy when something occurs, but choosing to vibrate now as someone who already lives what they desire. And this changes everything. Because the universe always responds to your dominant vibration, not to your words, desires, or anxious requests. You don't need to prove anything or race against time. You just need to align your vibration with what you desire. Time will take care of the rest. And in the next subtopic, we'll see how this manifests in practice with real stories of people who received exactly what they wanted the moment they stopped worrying about how. An invisible order operates in everything. Although the rational mind wants to speed up processes, control timing, and anticipate results, the universe works according to its own wisdom. a synchronicity that never fails. Understanding this is one of the most powerful pillars of manifestation. It's not enough to desire, you must trust that there is a right moment for everything to happen. Most frustrations arise not from a lack of results, but from impatient expectation. Someone does the technique, visualizes, affirms, and then begins to ask every day, where is it? Why hasn't it arrived yet? This behavior, though natural, signals misalignment. Each time you question the universe's timing, you declare vibrationally, I don't trust. And that lack of trust slows down, or even blocks, the flow of manifestation. Grinberg said the mind is a reality shaper, but it can only operate effectively when free of tension. This means that the more you try to control deadlines and means, the more you interfere with the intelligence of the field that's trying to set up the ideal scenario for your manifestation. In other words, you delay what was already on its way. The key is to understand that the universe's timing differs from the ego's timing. While the ego wants everything now, driven by haste and comparison, the universe delivers at the exact moment you're energetically ready to receive. This doesn't always coincide with your immediate desire, but it always aligns with your highest good. When you align with the already mine frequency, as we saw earlier, and release the need to control details, something powerful happens. You start living in the present with confidence, not in the future with anxiety. And in this state, paths open, ideas emerge, encounters occur, without effort, without pressure. True manifestation never comes from urgency. It comes from clarity, lightness, and the calm certainty of someone who knows everything is unfolding behind the scenes. And the odd thing is, when you finally let go of control and live as if everything is already resolved, the universe responds with something often better than you imagined. So if you haven't yet seen the result you desire, it doesn't mean it's not working. It only means the perfect moment hasn't arrived, and when that moment comes, nothing can stop it. In the next subtopic, we'll explore one of the most powerful gateways to accelerate this process. The moment just before sleep, when the unconscious mind opens and reality starts to be deeply reprogrammed. There is a moment in your day when the veil between what you think and what you manifest becomes extremely thin. It's the instant just before falling asleep, when your conscious mind begins to relax and the door to the subconscious opens. This state is called hypnagogia, and both science and spirituality recognize it as a fertile field for planting deep vibrational commands. Jacobo Grinberg dedicated part of his research to understanding how altered states of consciousness shape reality. He revealed that in the period between wakefulness and sleep, the neuronal field is highly sensitive. It's as if the mind is listening to everything at maximum intensity. And what you think, feel, and affirm at that moment won't be questioned. It will be accepted as truth and shape your future experience. Most people, however, waste this precious instant. They go to bed thinking about problems, reliving frustrations, scrolling social media full of fear, comparison, and anxiety. This causes the subconscious to receive negative commands and turn them into recurring patterns of scarcity, delay, and limitation. But when you use this gateway consciously, something extraordinary happens. You begin to reprogram your vibrational identity. You don't just desire something, you start identifying with the version of yourself already living it. And the subconscious, which can't distinguish real from imagined with intense emotion, accepts this new you as truth. The practice is simple but must be done with intention. When you lie down, close your eyes and breathe deeply. Relax your entire body. Feel comfortable. Then choose a single clear affirmation such as, "Everything I desire is already manifesting in perfect order," or "I am the frequency of abundance and love." As you repeat it, feel it. It's not enough to say it. You must live this truth internally. Visualize the reality you want with detail, as if you're daydreaming. See hear, feel, even smell that new world. And most importantly, maintain that state until you fall asleep. That's the secret. Sleeping immersed in this new vibration ensures the subconscious begins creating this experience immediately. This practice takes only a few minutes, but consistent repetition can change everything. Your thoughts upon waking, your decisions throughout the day, the opportunities that arise, the people you attract. Everything begins to align with the vibration you activated at your day's most powerful moment. Don't underestimate the power of a simple nightly habit. When done consciously, it transforms the mind, reprograms perception, and opens space for external reality to mirror your new internal vibration. Now that you know this technique, use it every night. Make this moment your creation temple. Because what you cultivate in the silence of sleep, the universe manifests in the light of day. Now that you know the simplest and most powerful manifestation method, the choice is in your hands. It isn't about doing more, forcing more, or controlling every detail. It's about aligning with the frequency of trust, ease, and the certainty that the universe already works in your favor. Today, you learned that true manifestation begins when you let go. When you decide to live as if what you desire is already yours. When you stop chasing and start attracting. This isn't magic, it's consciousness in action. So here's your challenge. Tonight, before sleeping, practice the technique you learned. Relax, choose your affirmation, visualize, feel, and fall asleep in that vibration. Do this for 7 days and observe. If this content resonated with you, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to receive more teachings that unite science, spirituality, and practice. And leave in the comments, I open myself to manifest with ease and trust. This way, you anchor this decision in the field and inspire others to do the same. Remember, you don't need to prove anything to deserve your dreams. You just need to allow them, and the universe will take care of the rest.